Hey Teela Gemmers, how are you doing? So yes, we are still in the month of June. Really loving life. Hope you are doing well too. Comment below what you're up to. Today is a different topic area, and I think I really like this topic because I've never kept things private. Um, If you know me, I am introverted, but that doesn't mean that I'm not loud about the things that I really care about and that I feel that are really important to me. If I have a plan or, an idea, someone's going to know. Someone's going to know and they're going to be in the know about it, because I like to keep at least someone involved. And even if it's a hater, I'm going to say, yeah, I'm doing this, I'm going, I'm here, you know. But this subject area is very much personal to me because it's the season that I'm in. The season that I'm in is just keeping plans private and letting results speak. And I think this area is a very difficult area for many people, especially people that are just entering their healing, their thawing stage. So if you think about someone that's been numb for a long time or someone that's codependent, it's very difficult to feel energy for yourself because you've been very much confining, whether it's emotionally, whether it's in an intellectual sense, very much confiding and relying on another person to support you or be there or acknowledge you or validate you. So when you are planning anything, it's very much, will so-and-so be okay? Or will they like me for doing this? And if we come back to the theme of confidence, confidence has everything to do with your inside, your inner self. It's not what you portray to others. It's not, the accomplishments that you've got, like the trophies that you've got on your shelf. It's not your reputation. It very much is your character. Confidence comes from how you feel about yourself, your image in a sense of who you believe yourself to be. Confidence is it derives from the word to confide, to trust. So if you think about trusting yourself and believing in yourself, it doesn't start with another person trusting you. It doesn't start with, your other half being a codependent person or being someone that needs validation. You cannot rely on them trusting you or them making you feel as if you're trusted. You've got to trust in yourself. You've got to personally take mistakes and regrets and say, I didn't do good there, but I can trust myself to get up again. And I think when we paint pictures for other people, as in, how we've stemmed our life. So if you think about like a timeline, and if you think about that stem, of each growth, where you've been a baby and you've had your mother and father, raise you, then you adolescence, you're going through different thoughts of abstract thinking, and your personality is coming to the surface more and more because you're less and less with your parents. Anyway, I won't go on about that, but there is a timeline, there is a stem that you naturally take time to nurture and grow in yourself, because the experiences that you have, no matter what anyone says, you're going to take things differently. No one remembers the same thing as is, and not even twins do. If you are a twin, and I'm not a twin, but I have telepathic, what do you call them? I wouldn't say it's a talent, but I would say like it's a gift to be telepathic. I can sense things in a telepathic way. So when we are painting pictures of who we are from the inside, and we are letting people know that this is who we are, and they're not receiving it, it can get quite disorientating, because you're going to receive that message as, oh, you're not exactly that way. And for a second, for a minute, for a decade, it can put you down. It can bring you right down to where you actually cannot trust yourself. You actually feel there's nothing about you that could be real. And this is where, I've talked to you about my journey with psychosis. Being a person with, mental health illness can be quite disorientating, because the reality for someone without is they just won't get it. They just won't understand. And if they're the type of people that won't try, then that kind of makes it even worse. So the pictures that you paint for yourself have to be very clear for you and not clear for others. And this is where privacy comes in. It's not about putting a safety gate. You can be emotionally hygienic in yourself and with others. But what I'm saying here is, when you want to do things to completion, it's not going to be easy if you are being complimented by other people, or being told, yeah, that's okay, or no, that's not okay. It's literally saying, do you know what? This is my road. This is my path. I'm going to go forth. And no matter what breaks I need to take or detours I go on, it's my journey. And I know you feel this type of way, or I understand that this might not make sense to you, or thanks for the support you don't want to give. But the result is in my name. It's not going to be in your name. It's not something that you have to carry. I've got my life, and so have you. And I think when it comes to trusting yourself, if you have to validate someone else's existence in your life, then it's a tolerance. It's not a celebration. You are not being trusted because you are being tolerated. You're not being trusted because you're a nuisance. You're not being trusted because they don't want to. And what we have to do in this line of, being there for ourselves and not for others, is understanding that. Is understanding when someone does not trust you, it's not to say that you are not trustworthy. It's very much the opposite. It's very much, okay, this is not my person. These are not my people. This is not the group setting that I wish to evolve in, because you just won't evolve. You won't change. You won't grow. You won't heal. You won't, in a sense, save yourself. You will let yourself down. And all through the mediums of other people, but you yourself will have to come to terms with the challenges and choices that you made, with the accomplice of hearing other people put you down. And the thing with confidence is, because I know some of you might feel like, why is there such a blame shift happening? The reason why we have to keep things to ourselves and let results speak is very much for the reason being that if you have people that are not celebrating you, and when it comes to celebrating means critically thinking things through. If you sat down with me and you told me, Lynette, your psychosis is nothing but a joke, is that celebrating me, or is that belittling me? So me, I go away and I think, I really am going through some really hard times, but if it's a joke, then maybe I don't have to take this seriously. Maybe I can just go about my life and forget about it. And what that does is that limits you. That does not help you to break through. And I will be talking in a couple of months, actually, I will be talking about breakthroughs. But that side of things, we'll talk about in later videos. But if I sat down with someone and they said, do you know what, it really concerns me that you feel a type of way and it's led to, mental illness, or maybe I'm just not getting a full picture, a full understanding of this mental illness, Lynette? Is there anything I can do? Now that to me, it's a bit long, but that to me is more celebrating. And the thing is, we don't have to celebrate wins all the time. We need to celebrate losses. We need to celebrate, wow, I went downhill there. Oh my gosh, that was a real big low. Oh, I feel so bad. We have to celebrate those things because it's what makes us us. And to really trust yourself, you have to go through some lows. You have to build yourself up from what took you down. Now, if you have someone, digging another space for you, then that's tolerating. And I know there's a saying that says, go where you're celebrated, not tolerated. I truly believe in that. Truly believe in that. But this is where, if you find yourself in a tolerable situation, this is how you get out. You get out and you say, privacy is key. Privacy is key in my life. I don't need to say anything. I don't need to be about anything. I just need to have my boundaries up. And, let the results speak for themselves. Living life is a blessing. And if we don't, in a sense, take it seriously, if we don't, keep our mouths quiet, where we know people will just spill the beans and make things worse, then we just have to, accept that, it's our loss. But I will advise you to keep that I am alive. Like, I am deserving of being celebrated. I am gonna win. I have victory in my line of work or in my life. I'm victorious at whatever it is. If we keep that alive in our hearts, in our minds, in our souls and spirits, then the confidence, the trust will continue to build. It's not easy to build from lows. And it's not easy to build from highs either. I know I've talked about lows. But even when you're on a real big high and you've got to where, let's say you've got the result that you want, that also can take a toll on you because you've got some kind of living up to do, Oh, so you can do that. Okay, try again, do it again. Let's see how you do next time. There's a kind of expectation that gets put on you. And so if you trust yourself enough to go through with something again, and then it doesn't go to fruition, are you victorious? Or will you just being a fool? There's always questions about wins and losses, or, whether we can withstand, the tests of time. But in line with our theme this month is the I am mantra. Just keep that alive, keep it going, and never forget that keeping things private is a necessity. You do not have to blur everything. You do not have to tell people everything. You do not have to, let people be in the know. If they want to know, then they can find out. Whenever that is. But it's not necessary to keep people knowing certain things about you when the reality is you've got to just live your life. Anyway, this has been a long video. I will get back to you in the next one. So we're looking forward to July. So our holiday month. I wonder what you've got planned for your holidays and just in general, what you're up to. So if you want to comment below, share your stories of, how you're letting your results shine after, keeping things to yourself. I'd love to hear about them. So remember to choose what you love and love what you choose.